Hello students, from the last class we are discussing about Mendelian contribution towards inheritance of characteristics. Mendel studied about pea plants. In case of pea plants there are 7 characters. Each character is showing the contrasting forms. Mendel selected the 7 characters in the pea plant which are having 2 contrasting forms. Now let us discuss about monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross, which is done by Gregor Johann Mendel. Monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross means a cross between 2 homozygous pea plant which are differing in one character. A cross between 2 homozygous or pure pea plant which are differing in only one character is called as monohybrid cross. Mono means single. Means for this experiment, Mendel selected 2 pure pea plants and both the pea plants are similar or both are showing the same characters, but only we can observe difference in one character. Means consider these 2 are pea plant, these 2 are pea plant, and in this pea plant the color of the seed, shape of the seed, color of the flower, position of the flower, pod shape, pod color, same. In these two pea plants, all the characters are same, but except in case of height of the pea plant. For example, one pea plant is tall and another one is dwarf. This is tall pea plant and this one is dwarf pea plant. Dwarf means short. Only in this pea plants we can observe difference in one character, that is height of the pea plant. Except height, in all other characters both the pea plant shows similarities. Means other characters are same in both the pea plant. Only in case of height, one pea plant is tall and another one is dwarf. Only this is the difference between these 2 pea plant. He selected these 2 pea plant to carry out the monohybrid cross. First, let us discuss about monohybrid cross. In the next class, we will discuss about laws or principles of Mendel, principles which are proposed by Mendel, or the laws of Mendelian principles. See, for the monohybrid cross, Mendel selected 2 parent pea plants. He selected 2 parent pea plant. One is tall and another one is dwarf. He selected 2 pea plants. One plant is tall and another plant is dwarf or short. And then genotype. Genotype means genetic constituent of an organism. How this character is represented genotypically. How this character is represented in the form of genes. Genotype is nothing but genetic constituent of an organism. Gene is nothing but the segment of DNA which is responsible for the character. Gene is the segment of DNA responsible for the character. Genotype is the genetic constituent of an organism. Here, in the last class only we have discussed that height of the plant is one character. Height of the plant is one character, and that height of the plant character includes 2 contrasting forms. Height of the plant is one character. That character includes 2 contrasting forms. two contrasting forms are, one is tall and another one is dwarf. Tall and dwarf are the two contrasting forms of single character, that is height of the plant. Here tall is called as dominant form, dwarf is called as recessive form of the character. This is the dominant form of the character, this one is the recessive form of the character. What is dominant, what is recessive? Next I will explain that. The tall is genotypically represented as capital T and capital T. Capital T because genes are always present in a pair. Genes are present in a pair. So tall is one form of the character that is represented by the capital letter T, and always genes are present in a pair. So we have to write capital T. Then dwarf. Dwarf is the another character. Dwarf is the another character, another form of the same character, another form, and dwarf is called as recessive form or recessive character, and this dwarf is represented by small letter d. Always we are representing the dominant character by taking capital letter, that too first letter of the dominant form. First letter of the dominant form will be taken like this. So here tall is the dominant character, first letter is capital T. Here we have to take capital T to indicate tallness, and dwarf is the recessive character. For that we need to take small letter of this. So small t because always genes are present in a pair. Then alleles. Alleles are nothing but the alternative forms of the gene. Alleles are the alternative forms of the gene. Okay, this is the genotype. Then next step is gamete. Gamete means this is one pea plant. This pea plant produces gametes, and in this pea plant also gametes are produced. Male and female gametes are produced in these two pea plants. Then during the formation of gamete, meiosis type of cell division takes place. Meiosis type of cell division takes place during the formation of gamete. Meiosis is nothing but reductional cell division. Reductional cell division means the daughter cells which are produced by the meiosis type of cell division are always having the half the number of chromosomes as that of the parent. Means in the daughter cells we can observe the presence of 50% of chromosomes as that of the parent. See here, parents are diploid, means 2n condition, whereas gametes are haploid. Chromosome number will be reduced by 50%. So gamete means it contains only one allele, capital T. It may be this one or this one. Both are having equal chance to enter into the gamete. Then here small t enters into the gamete. This is the gamete and this is the gamete of this plant. Next step is fusion of gamete. Fertilization. After fertilization we will get F1 generation. F1 generation means first filial generation. F1 generation means first filial generation. F1 generation. Here the fusion of capital T and small t give rise to like this, capital T, small t. Fusion of these two gametes give rise to zygote having capital T and small t. Consider this, where Mendel selected the male gametes from the tall plant and he selected female gametes from the dwarf plant. Okay, this is the male gamete, this is female gamete. During sexual type of reproduction, fusion of these two, male and female gamete, give rise to zygote. And remember, here gamete is haploid. We are representing haploid condition as N. These two are haploid, and this is the zygote, and the zygote is diploid, 2N. It is 2N. Gametes are haploid, zygote is diploid. And in the F1 generation, or after the fertilization of these two gametes, Mendel got only tall plants. He got tall plants in the F1 generation. He got tall plants in the F1 generation. Here, both capital T and small t are present together in the zygote. But instead of getting medium-sized plants, Mendel got only tall plants in the F1 generation. That means here in this condition, capital T and small t, that is called as hybrid, mixture of genes, hybrid. In this hybrid, he got only tall plants. Means in this hybrid, the capital T gene or allele capital T expressed its character. And here capital T is the dominant gene, small t is the recessive gene. Capital T is the dominant gene, small t is the recessive gene. Dominant gene means a gene which express itself, by suppressing the expression of recessive gene. A gene which express itself by suppressing the expression of recessive gene, or by suppressing the expression of its contrasting allele, is called as dominant gene. And here small t is the recessive gene. Small t is the recessive gene. Means a gene which fails to express itself. A gene which fails to express itself in the presence of dominant gene is called recessive gene. What is recessive gene? A gene which fails to express its character in the presence of dominant gene is called recessive gene. Dominant gene means a gene which express itself or which express its character in the presence of its contrasting allele or in the presence of recessive gene is called dominant gene. And in these two characters or in these two forms of a character, tallness is the dominant one, dwarfness is the recessive one. This is the dominant one and this one is recessive. In the F1 generation, Mendel got only tall plants. He got only tall plants and it is called as dominant character. This is called as dominant character. It explains law of dominance. Explains law of dominance. Law of dominance means a character which is expressed in the F1 generation by suppressing the expression of recessive gene is called dominant character or dominant form of a character. That is law of dominance. Law of dominance. A character which is expressed in the F1 generation by suppressing the expression of recessive gene is called law of dominance. Here tallness is the dominant character, dwarfness is the recessive character. In the F1 generation, Mendel got only tall plants. He got only tall plants. Means dominant character is expressed. First, Mendel thought that when he crossed tall plant with dwarf, he might be getting intermediate plant with intermediate size. Cross between tall plant and dwarf plant might be giving plant with intermediate size. But experimentally, after conducting this experiment, Mendel came to know that when tall plant crossed with dwarf plant give rise to tall plants only in the F1 generation. That means in the F1 generation, recessive character will not be expressed. Only dominant character will be expressed in the F1 generation. This is law of dominance. Next, after this, F1 generation, next Mendel carried out self-pollination of F1 generation. Self-pollination of F1 generation or first filial generation. Means F1 into F1. F1 is nothing but capital T, small t. Self-pollination is nothing but the process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma of the same flower. Only one flower is involved. In this, male gamete of this particular flower gets mixed with the female gamete of the same flower. That is self-pollination. Here he carried out self-pollination of F1 generation. That means F1 into F1. Capital T and small t, capital T, small t. See, this is F1 generation. He crossed like this. F1 into F1. Capital T with small t, capital T, small t. Then this is the parent now. Here these two are the parents. Next step is gametes. Gamete formation. And this is called as heterozygous condition. This is the heterozygous condition, and capital T or small t is the homozygous condition. Say heterozygous. Hetero means different. Presence of two different types of alleles. Presence of two different types of alleles at particular point or locus on the chromosome is called heterozygous condition. Presence of two different or contrasting alleles at particular locus on homologous chromosome is called as heterozygous condition. Here these two are contrasting alleles, opposite. One is dominant, one is recessive. This condition is called heterozygous condition. Heterozygous condition. One more condition is homozygous. Homozygous means, homo means same. See here, this is homozygous condition. This one is also homozygous condition. Presence of same type of alleles at particular locus on homologous chromosome is called homozygous condition. It may be a dominant or recessive, but there should be presence of two either dominant factor alleles, or there should be presence of two recessive factors or alleles, recessive alleles. This is homozygous. These two are homozygous condition. This one indicates heterozygous condition. Then heterozygous condition is also called as hybrid. It is also called as hybrid. After this, gamete is produced from this. And during the formation of gamete, again, meiosis type of cell division takes place. Here, meiosis type of cell division takes place during the formation of gamete. And what are the gametes produced during the self-pollination of F1 generation? That we will discuss in the next class.